Louisiana beer reviews. Bornem Tripel Abbey Ale, brewed and bottled by Van Steenbergen of Veld, Belgium. 9% alcohol. This beer is coming in an 11.2-ounce bottle. I bought this as part of a 6-pack at Whole Foods Market in Metairie, Louisiana. It's about $3 a bottle. In fact, exactly $3 a bottle in that 6-pack. They say you can age this for a while. And the brewery was founded in 1784 when Belgium was part of the Holy Roman Empire of the German nation. It gets a good rating on Beer Advocate. The Bros scored average 73 out of 100 on Rate Beer, 49 out of 100 for the style. I've never had it, so let's check it out. I really enjoyed the double, so let's check out the triple. Oh wow, what a lot of smoke. The double exploded everywhere. This one's not doing that, but there's a lot of smoke coming out. Okay, very fizzy, thick head, and the appearance is also bubbly, golden, and somewhat hazy and champagne-like. Alright, and the head is becoming very rocky, or I should say spongy, actually, spongy. Let's go with the aroma. That's an odd aroma. It's very how you describe, strong, yeasty, and there's a lot of grain there. Pungent grain. The first whiff was kind of harsh. Now it's mellowing out. It's different, I'll say that. I see a lot of yeast in the yeast chunks floating around. Let's go with the flavor. Well, this is very alcoholic. It's alcohol forward. Has some champagne aspects. Get the sweet grain, the sugar, a little hot bitterness there at the end, but not much. Slight fruitiness. The mouthfeel is pretty light. There's a little slickness to it, not a lot. And the finish is dry, prickly, and refreshing. Hard to make it out. Man, there's a lot of little chunks down there. Trying to think what it would taste like, what American beer this would taste like. That aroma does have some. This will sound bizarre, but some high gravity malt liquor, high gravity lager aspects to it. Thinking like camo black ice. Yeah, it definitely has some camo black ice type that grain husk, sickly sweet grain husk, which you get in the camo black ice. Does have some harshness there, some cloyingness, but it is smoother than your camo black ice or your 40 Street Legal or Dog Bite, and those are all lagers, but they just have that wet grain husk aspect in your room, and that's what it's reminding me of. Oh yeah, for sure. If you get those and take a whiff, you'll repel from those. This one you won't really, but it will. I think you'll find there's some similarities, but this is a much better beer, much more enjoyable. It's more pleasant. It's much more drinkable than those garish um, bottom dwellers. But I see why the bros gave it an average score, because it does have those type of characteristics, and that's not that's really not the type of beer that people would tend to favor. Well, the aroma is definitely not that great, and it's detracting from the overall beer. But man, it really is a bold, macho, what you would say, flavor, and there is an enormous, and I mean an enormous amount of sediment caked at the bottom. Who knows how long this beer was sitting out? But I don't think that'll hurt it. Let's switch that around and see if we can detach it, and if that'll change the flavor. I'm leaning toward an A minus though. Even with all the offensive characteristics, it just, you got to give it props because it's super bold, and it's I like its take no prisoners approach, and it does have a nice look to it. Look at all that foam. So yeah, that came loose. Oh yeah, there's a lot more haze going in the beer and a lot more yeast. I don't know if that's showing up, but you probably can see that. The sun is sort of in a bad spot. Let's go with the, you're still getting that wet grain, that wet corn grain husk. Let's go with the flavor, see if it changed any. It just became more alcoholic, maybe a touch, and I mean a touch of banana from the yeast. But this is certainly a very interesting beer, and if you can go to Whole Foods, and that's the only place I've seen this, and get it, and you know, $17.99 for the 6-pack, obviously that's very expensive for beer, but for something unusual, I would highly recommend it. I'm going to give it one more sip before I rate it. I can see how this could make you really nauseous and throw up if you drank it too fast. I think 11.2 ounces is about all a person could stomach. You drink too much of this, you're gonna have some serious problems. So, but I mean, it's a tough cookie. So I like it really a lot, and so I'm gonna give it an A, a solid A, most excellent. I don't think it deserves any lower than that. At the lowest. At the lowest, I would score it an A minus. So, laissez les bon temps rouler. This is a pretty interesting gangsta beer, and I'm gonna end this review by saying, y'all come on to Southeastern. Y'all come on. See what I mean? Y'all come on down to Southeastern Louisiana and fare thee well. Oh.